Hi everyone, so I wanted to show you here today how you can create with a free Canva account, create some mood boards or inspiration boards, and very easy. First, what I want to show here is that with the free account you can create folders, and that's what I'm doing here. They call projects, right? In the projects you have folders, so each folder is basically a project. With the free account, you don't have unlimited number of folders, so you have to be conscious how do you want to create. I basically create 3 folders, which is papers, elements, and stickers. So what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm just opening from my flash drive on my iPad, and then I'm filling out, and I eventually load all my supplies, but I would like to show you here some of the supplies that I loaded. So the goal here is for you to create things with Canva, for you to load first whatever digital supplies you have, and we're gonna later show you how you can mix Canva free elements with whatever you have. Of course, the free elements in Canva, they are not as of course they put the better elements with the paid account. So that's why it's good that you have your own digital supply, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm just showing here how you can load. You basically go in the project, create a folder, name it, and then you click add, and then upload everything. And then later from the project, I'm going to show you how you can see these folders once you create something. So we're just going to keep loading things. Okay, once we loaded everything, we go to the main page, and in this case, I wrote mood board, and you check whatever mood board you like that is free, that you don't have to use the paid account, and we don't necessarily need to use as it is. We're gonna modify it, and you're gonna see that I'm modifying it, but at least a base that you enjoy and that you like. So as you can see, mood boards also can be created for collage. I love that you can do also manifestation boards, or if you are doing a project, you can put colors, anything that you like. You can use a mood board for quotes. And what I did here was an inspiration board that later can help me to paint or create pages, and that's what I'm going to create here. As you can see, this is the main board. So what I have to do now is, okay, I think this one has a lot of pictures, so I'm going to remove some of it because it's a little bit crowded, and I'm going to remove some of this name papers and tags that it has. So you just double click, then you can write the name. Which is fun about this is Canva for the iPad. Of course, if you open then the same account on your desktop, you can continue to work on your mood board, but which is awesome is that once you load everything you have in Canva, you can travel on an airplane in whatever you are, and you can use this on your iPad, and you can create the page. So if you see there on the side, we have projects and a little folder. So you click there, and from there you can go to your folders that we put all the supplies before. So that's what I did here. I went to the folder stickers, and then I'm gonna choose some stickers. And from here I'm gonna get some pictures. If you go to upload, then you can upload your own pictures. As you can see, I uploaded 5 pictures, and then when you drag with your finger, if you already have a photo placement like I have here, you can just drag it and it's gonna pick up. The bad thing though is that Canva sometimes, if you put an element close to a placement of a picture, it keeps wanting to put everything inside there. If you go to crop, also you can, you know, rearrange the picture as you want, make it smaller inside that particular place. And here I'm starting to clean up a little bit. And removing some of these word tags. I really love these watercolor elements that came already with the board, so that I'm gonna continue to use. So what I'm gonna do is just keeping rearranging the way that I want with the 5 pictures that I have. So as you can see, I rearranged some here, and I'm not going to look for elements. So if you go on the side and choose elements, then you're going to see things that Canva has. Here I'm picking up from my elements folder from kits that I uploaded, my own kits. But if you go to Canva elements and then you search whatever you want, then I wrote clips and I search. When you see a pro, that means that you have to have a pay account. So you can only use the ones that doesn't have a pro and a little yellow symbol there. Whatever doesn't have that, you can use, and it's gonna let you know. If you don't want to pay monthly for Canva and there is an element that you really like, you can buy it individually. So, and that will be on your account. I'm testing fonts here. Also Canva, you can upload your own fonts, but I'm not sure if the free account you can do that. If you can, probably you cannot load as many as you want. But as you can see, the free account has tons of fonts, and you can, you know, use a lot of different fonts. What is really neat about Canva is that when you load Canva, any picture that you, when you're doing your project, any picture that you put, when you go to the colors, you see that Canva is gonna have all the related pictures from the particular photos. So I wanted to do this mood board to be inspired by these pictures to create art. So as you can see there, it has every picture and picks up like 5 colors from the picture. So that's what I'm gonna use to create a palette of colors. As you can see there, I try to move that element and put the element in the photo. So it's a little very sensitive about that, so it can be a little annoying. Every time you want to put a drop shadow, you can. Canva has drop shadow, so you just, you know, click on the element you want to put a drop shadow, go to edit image and effects, and you're gonna see a drop shadow option there. So I'm looking for palettes that I can modify the colors, but a lot of them that I liked were really in the pro account. And this is a free account that I have to do videos for you, but I end up wasted a long time looking for that palette that would work for me, but eventually I found one. But sometimes it can be frustrating if you have the free account. But I have to say, if you're gonna use Canva a lot, I think it's actually way worth it because they are not expensive at all, so you can do that. I finally found a palette that I liked, and you see when you click you have delete and duplicate, so you can duplicate tapping on the top symbol there that you have when you touch any element in Canva. So what I'm doing here, I'm picking from the sidebar there colors that Canva picked from each picture because that's what I want. I want some inspiration for me to paint later with paint or even doing art journal pages. So I'm creating, I think, about 4 palettes, and that's what I'm doing. Picking up colors from colors that Canva suggested for me regarding the pictures. Some of them I thought was repetitive, so I created my own, looking at the colors and chose my own color. So you can certainly do that. And that's pretty much what I did. Okay, and after I finish all the palettes, I decided to put one more element from my sticker pack. So you just go to projects and again choose the folder, and I had to go back because I was in the elements folder. Oh, I decided to pick up some more watercolor, and you send it back, and then I'm gonna pick up a sticker. Then go to projects and then folders and then stickers in my case, and opening up the butterfly, and again I'm gonna go edit image effects and drop shadow. Gonna put a drop shadow there, and that was pretty much it. So then you can see there when you go to share, that's when you have download, and you can choose if you want PNG or JPEGs. I would suggest you saving PNG because JPEGs in Canva are very low resolution, so you can make it higher in the pro account, but in the free account I would suggest you choose save in PNG because it's a higher resolution. And that's pretty much it. So this can be a collage, it can be a mood board, it can be an inspiration board. We're going to be doing more things like that, and even a scrapbooking page in Canva on the iPad for you to do things on the go. So I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy or use Canva before, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Hi everyone, so in this tutorial I have a digital scrapbooking layout using templates I usually will use in Photoshop, but we're going to open in Procreate. So the way you work opening this PSD file in Procreate is just opening as any other file. You're going to grab from Dropbox. In my case, I put on a flash drive, and you're just going to put open or export to Procreate. Then you open normal and all the layers are there. So we're gonna start here as you see here, I am clipping that picture to the mask, and the way you just tap and you're gonna see a menu saying clipping mask, and you just clip to the mask and it's done, just like you do in Photoshop. So I am going to do the same process with this picture here. I put the photo on top, tap clipping mask, and you have masked. And then basically now I have the two pictures on my main photo places, and now you can just play with the elements. I also put insert a file there, which is a background acrylic painting. So what you do now to insert all your digital scrapbooking supplies in Procreate is just insert file, and you grab from your, in my case, a flash drive or Dropbox or Google Drive, whatever you want. I use a flash drive because it's faster than if you pull from an online service like Photoshop, Dropbox or Google, because it takes a little bit to load, and you can carry with you and don't depend on internet. So you can play with Procreate with all your supplies and on the go, and you don't need internet to have your digital supplies to use with Procreate. I want to show here, I think the only caveat here that is a little more work, not that much of work, is to do shadows in Procreate. So the way we're going to do is whatever you wanted to shadow, in my case here I want this element to be shadow, we're going to do the same process, and we're going to do many times so you can see. I duplicate, and the bottom layer I fill with black. You remember the black has to be there on the color there. Then we're going to put alpha lock. After alpha lock, I'm going to choose Gaussian blur, and then that's it. And I'm going to do it again, so you're going to see how we're going to do this. And I'm going to grab, and another note is that in order to use the Gaussian blur, you have to disable the alpha lock, which is you just tap it and tap on the alpha lock again, and it's going to be disabled. The Gaussian blur doesn't work with alpha lock, so just so you know. And so the process is going to continue to be like this. I'm struggling there trying to put a name on that layer, but you're gonna again insert. I'm going to insert, look for another element that I want to include in a layout. I think I'm going to choose the flowers. Yep. So bring the flowers, position where you want them. I'm going to duplicate the bottom layer, alpha lock, fill, and then tap and fill. It's going to fill with black. Uncheck alpha lock. Now Gaussian blur, and you blur. And now you're going to see better because I make it bigger. So I blurred. And if you want to manipulate, you can just go to your moving tool and then warp, just like we do in Photoshop. So that is a shadow. So you can create perfect shadows on Procreate. It's just a little extra step or two, I think. And you're gonna see the warp in action here with this next. I'm looking for a word. I think I'm gonna put a word strip. So and that's what is gonna be going on. Sometimes I have to go twice on the folder, so it's going to show, but it shows pretty quickly. Oh, this is a stitch here, so I'm going to do the same thing. I keep doing the same thing to produce the shadows. I duplicate, I alpha lock, then I fill with black, then uncheck alpha lock, go to Gaussian blur on the effects there, and put a little bit, and that's it. And you keep doing this, all the shadows that you want to work. So I guess now I'm going to put the little paper, and you're going to see me doing some warping to give it this more realistic shadow, just like I like to do in with Photoshop. Remember, in Photoshop, we do have to separate the shadow layer, which is kind of happen the same thing here, right? We have the element layer and we have the shadow layer. So I think the only process that we do extra here in Procreate is that you have to fill with black. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate, alpha lock, fill with black, and I'm gonna put it big so you can see. Now I am moving it and I am warping it. I'm in Gaussian blur. Now you're gonna see there I am warping, and I'm gonna tuck and the ends that are under the flower, and I'm gonna spread a little bit to look like this paper is coming out of the page. Okay, so that's how you do it. Pretty simple. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.